What up, my friends? How are you doing today? We have gathered for another installment of Commander Crackin. It's going down. It's been a while since we cracked the Commander deck, and I'm feeling that vibe today. So that's going to be part of the proceedings of this chill stream. Just thinking about it is heating me up. I gotta start taking the layers off. By the time we're done here, I'm gonna be shirtless, boys. It's gonna be too rugged up in here. Too legit to quit. MC Hammer style. How's that go? Too legit to quit. Is that how it goes? Or is it like this? I don't remember. Anyways, let's grab the live stream link, share that in the Discord, do our hellos, and hang out, bros. All right? Bros and broettes. You know, we do occasionally have some dainty ladies flitting on by. So got to make sure to acknowledge that as well. All right. I don't know if you guys have seen the new Tarkir artwork that they showed off today with the stupid cat being ridden by a dog, and it looks so wonky and memey, and people are just clowning on it. That was almost what this stream was about, but I decided instead it's some command action. Okay, so let's do some hellos. What up, Aang, Baba, Teferi, Total, Fisher, Avila, Carrot, Goddard, Eversoul, Myers, Shelton, Yamagoro, Spurl, Otto, Juglum, Kevin, Peterson. Who else is in here? Sam, Everman, McNamara, Zircon, Gianna, Joe, Larry, who else? Millmaster, Buck, Beefy, Jess, where'd I leave off? Error Everyday, Jeep DeVoe, let's see here. Ness, Sheba. There we go. I think that's everybody. Hello, my friends. Hope your day's been going well. What up, Terror? Fisher, I saw that meme that you sent, and it made me chuckle, buddy. It made me chuckle. Oh, hi, Mark. I'm fed up with this world. You guys want a loot intro? Make your own. Make your own loot intro. I ain't doing it. I ain't, not now at least. Who knows? Maybe one day as a meme. Perhaps one day as a meme I shall. Ness, you want to know where the art is? You want to see it? Go check out the newest installment on the story part of Wizard's website. So go to the story area, choose side stories, and check out the new side story. That's where you'll find it. Millmaster Super Chat says, all those innocent contractors hired to do a job were killed. Casualties of a war they had nothing to do with. Oh shit, we're going all the way back to Clerks, are we? That's the first place. That was weird. The stream just like the software is being wonk bag. I remember that conversation. And it's true. It's true, Millmaster. In war, innocents always get it. Some plumber just wanted to make it so stormtroopers could take a dump, and now they got obliterated out into space. They got space-erated, bro. Bum, bum, bum. And you are Lord of the Board, bringing in the darkness. Think about all the people who died who didn't deserve it. Yeah, see, there you go. Exactly, Millmaster, with the toilet reference. Bingo. We got multiple movie references going on. Eversoul, you're saddened by the current state of Modern, planning on purchasing old stables like Tarmogoyf. Isn't it amazing how Tarmogoyf was top dog for the longest time, and then Wizards started to print some like powerhouse removal, and Tarmogoyf just died, bro. It just, like, its guts fell out. It's like, oh, I used to be great once. Now I am sad and old. Ripper, you have adult dollars? What does that mean? What are adult dollars? Are those what you spend on them hookers? Is that what we're talking about? That's what the hell even is that? You know what? Screw it. There's no reason we can't tuck that into the beginning of this video too. Why the hell not? Let me go and find the image so everybody can have a chuckle about how terrible it is. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Buckle up for some amusement, guys. Here, this is supposed to be in a serious Wizards of the Coast set. Okay. Where did I just pop that? I think it's right here. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. All right. Look at this horse shit. Look at this. Look at this. It looks like at the last second, like, don't the heads on both the animals look wrong? It looks like they had like a different design and then they just gave up and went, you know what? Just change the thing's head into like a house cat's head and put like this doesn't look like Tarkir at all, right? This don't look like Tarkir. Right? Look at it. It looks like they paid somebody to paint this, and then they changed the heads on both of them, right? The heads look wrong on both of them. The head is too small on the cat, and it's too big on the dog guy. Is this a pic of a real card? This is Tarkir! The real Dragonstorm is in our hearts. What up, Kodak? Spurl, you've been trying to quit smoking and haven't smoked for a week. Had one today and it tasted like garbage. Good job, buddy. Quitting smoking. Super hard to do. Super hard to do. So, one of the best choices, honestly, one of the best choices that you could ever make in your life, bro. I got your back. I, too, quit smoking, and it took many years of trying and many different ways of trying. So, never give up. Consider yourself a non-smoker. If you do have one here or there because you've been weak for that moment, don't use that as an excuse to just dive right into it. Go, I'm a non-smoker who just happened to have this smoke. You know what I mean? You are going to be way happier and way healthier over the long term by giving this up, man. Slush art? No, I don't think so. They already had dog people on Tarkir. But, I mean, look at this shit. It's so stupid. These are my pets on Magic cards. It feels like that, doesn't it? It feels like joke artwork. I feel sorry for anybody who was excited about Tarkir. Millmaster, yeah, bro. Stop the smoking and use gummies to take over the interim, bro. That's a smart move. That's a good play. That's awesome. Trustworthy, when you clicked my video, there was an ad for cute AI dogs. You wouldn't buy that creepy thing. What are you talking about? It's raining cats and dogs. It's riding cats and dogs. Bump ba-da-dum 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 bump magic. Bump ba-da-dum 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 ba. This game's gonna do shit. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. The coloring of the armor reminds you of Valentine's Day? Yeah, actually, look at the dog's knee. Doesn't the little metal piece sticking up out of the leather actually look like a heart as well? Oh, sweet kitty and dog. Magic is a joke. It's raiding cats and dogs. Oh, beefy. Nicely played. Nicely played. That was good. I cast my dog, Mr. Squeakers, the cat rider. It's so stupid. It's so dumb, man. It's so dumb. Look at this. Wizards of the Coast has no faith in their own products anymore, like at all, in their own worlds. So they just go, bam, here we go. They're like, who even cares? We're just going to ignore this set anyways. Maybe some goof bags will buy this. Like, look at the cat, man. Look at its head. Its head is too small. Its head is way too fucking small. It's so goofy. It's so goofy. And what is the... Like, there's nothing in his mouth. You see the chain hooks? Shouldn't they be like some kind of crossbar bit that goes into the cat's mouth? There isn't even one. What are those metal links attached to? How does this... Is it just tied to a little bit of his hair or something? It's just going to yank out his hair. The dog's wearing the same armor as the guy in the back. That's because they're all part of the same clan, bro. This is the Mardu now. This is the Mardu. Error, you know what, buddy? I thought of the cat from He-Man too when I looked at this crap. SpongeBob isn't them trying. This is Loco. How sad is that? How sad is that? Oh, man. Oh, God. It's terrible. It's terrible. Zircon, by the way, I forgot to message you back. I sent the information off, the email and everything off to the border guys. So hopefully, within a short period of time, hopefully in the next week, because I go to the States like next Tuesday, right? So hopefully it will like get resolved faster, because it looked like the stuff was sent from Toronto. So that's close. That's close. It's only a few hours drive. So I'm hoping that they'll get it, process it, and by Friday, you never know, right? You never know. What up, Rosala? How you doing? 10-4. Oh yeah, no, that's real artwork. That's in their Mardu storyline. Like, if you go and watch, if you go and read the side story about the Mardu, do they not do audiobook versions of the side stories? If you go to the Mardu article, right? There's two pieces of artwork. One is a weird Phyrexian-esque looking Dragonstorm, and the other, there's three pieces of art. Oh my God, they're terrible. This looks like dog shit. Oh, man. Otto, you sold your Mana Crypt because you needed cash, and now you got a non-foil from Mixalon for your birthday? Nice. Nice. The circle of life, bro. The circle of life. Trustworthy, that's true. Whatever you already own, you're in control of. That's why I love the cube. No matter what goofbag stuff Wizards does, they can't mess up the cube. It's impossible. It's impossible. Ness, you think it's wearing a ring gag? Is that... Wait. Hold on. It does have like that. What is going on, man? What is going on with this? It's nothing. It's attached to nothing. It's literally attached to nothing. Look at it. Look at it. It's attached to nothing. It has no, like, it's not attached to anything. What's even going on here? Kevin, I ain't adding that cat rider unless it's some busted dumb nonsense. In which case, maybe B1, there ain't no bit in his mouth. That's what I'm saying. There's just the parts that should be attached to a bit. It's attached to his chi powers. There you go. There you go. Habanero, you can even see the back of the throat. Oh, calm down, buddy. Calm down. If you're tugging it to this on the stream, you owe me tug money, bro. Them's the rules. So stupid. Loosest reins ever. We got the loosest slots and the loosest cat mouths in town, bro. Oh, man. Rosala, you're watching Wizards of Magic tear themselves slowly apart. They can't do anything right these days? Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, exactly. This is what they paid the cultural consultants for. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh. 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 Good lord. This confirms that Tarkir Dragonstorm is Outlaws at Thunder Junction 2. Is this, guys, is this why we haven't seen much of Tarkir? Is that what's going on? Like, is it all like this level goofy bagness? Better than the Transit Mage? True. True. But, I mean, if you're going to set the bar at the floor, everything's going to step over it, right? We need more cats with tiny heads. Sam, you're starting to regret putting a pre-order for Tarkir? What are you talking about? It's the new unset, bro. You wait a minute. You're looking at this and you're telling me that you're not hyped? I don't understand. This is peak Magic the Gathering, bro. Logo, it won't offend anybody? Listen, bro, it offends me. I find it offensive that they think we're going to think this is exciting. We get one in-universe Magic set that's supposed to feel like a Magic set. And this is what we get, dude. This is what we get. You could build the bar into the floor and they'd still trip over it. True. True. Apparently, people love cats and dogs, so let's add some dogs to your cats. Yeah, this is for Magoo mouth breathers to get excited about, right? Yeah, Magor, you want singles, but you don't want to pay $12 for 5 commons or uncommons. Understandable. Understandable. You bet I like Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant's awesome. Big, green, smashing. How did that cat get so damn big? Oh, the mutagen from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Weird Cats, ridden by a dog man. Now you buy it. Why is the dog head not more of a wolf or warg? Because clearly, buy it. Don't ask questions. Shut up and buy it. Shut up and buy it. This art was something else, and they painted new heads onto it. That has to be what happened. Like, there's no other explanation for this garbage. Oh, man. That's funny. All right, so... Oh, Lord. Lordy McGordy. So goofy. So goofy. So, don't give me no Guff or do, because we got Commodore Guff. He's going to Commodore all over your mama. So, this is the Commander Crackin for the evening. A true legend of Dominaria. Commodore Guff curated a secret library containing every book in the multiverse, including histories yet to take place. He joined Urza as one of the 9 Titans, a team of planeswalkers attempting to stop the Phyrexian invasion. Though Guff is long gone, his legacy endures as a paragon of wisdom and wit. He actually ended up rewriting history so that Phyrexia wouldn't win. Back when the stories had way more effort. Way more effort. All right. So, y'all ready for a Planeswalker party? Y'all ready for this? Guff! Okay. Let's go! Yeah. This is for the ladies. They like the powerful way I tear into the box with no regard. Wha-bam! All right. Okay, there's nothing else in here. I guess it's all in this box. It's all in this box. There he is, guffing it up. Mountain Jam, you feel like you're downtown at a sports event? Damn right, buddy. You're damn right. Okay, so we got the deck, the insert. Oh, they didn't put Guff on this? These are disappointing spin downs. It's cooler when they have the Planeswalker on them. Bump, 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 bump. Ness, I'm going to probably discuss the teasers and options for that in a video. So I'm going to keep that secret for now, bro. I got multiple options for that question. All right, so there's the sample booster. We'll open that last. Let's take a look at the insert here. So, Planeswalker Party. Play in the deck. Magic heroes congregate on your side of the battlefield to provide a myriad of abilities that will help you tactically take down your opponents. Bide your time protecting your Planeswalkers with walls and protective enchantments until you activate their ultimates. Your commander Guff is one of Magic's most powerful wizards who will help you generate enough mana to cast even more impressive Planeswalkers and build up loyalty to keep them on the board. Once you have your squad of legendary heroes, use Guff's ultimate to replenish your hand while damaging your opponents. Build a defensive board that'll protect your walkers until the tide turns in your favor. This is really repeating itself. Once the game's under your control, use your cavalry to gain an increasing advantage over your opponents until you can convert your Planeswalkers into game-ending damage. I feel like I was just saying the same thing over and over. On this side, you've got, where to begin the story of the inimitable and extremely handsome Commodore Guff. Well, not to spoil the whole thing, but if you're reading this, I'm dead by now. Whenever now is. Guff liked to break the fourth wall. He's pretty cool. So this is just a bunch of his bragging. That's fun. That's fun. Knowing all that, wonder what you would learn about yourself in my library? You know what they say about curiosity. Leap first and ask questions later. All right, Guffers, let's go. Let's go. Jess, the writers don't have tenure. They get paid a tenner. Larry, your local game store got a massive water bill because they used a car wash's worth of water. Is that how the bill framed it? You've literally used an entire car washes full of water. Millmaster says the average Magic player needs 5.5 flushes per F&M. That's funny. I thought you were going to say per visit to the bathroom. All right, so we've got the actual face card of the deck. Commodore Guff, a white, a red, and a blue. Oh, America! Fuck yeah! Gonna shove Guff into your mother's mouth hole. All right. So he's got 5 loyalty. Beginning your end step, put a loyalty counter on another Planeswalker you control. +1, make a 1/1 red wizard token with tap, add a red, spend only to cast a Planeswalker. -3, you draw X cards, and he deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of Planeswalkers you control. Huh. That's a pretty solid ultimate level, right? Not too shabby, actually. So that guy's all right. And then we've got the other option for the commander, which is Leori the Spark-Touched Hunter. Leori. Is that the name of... Is this supposed to be Lucas Cat? Is that what this is? It looks similar to Lucas Cat. Lucas Cat never had a name in the story anywhere. Actually, in the story, Luca hated his cat, and then it died. So, I don't know what's going on here. So, 1 white, 1 red, and 1 blue, 3/3 flying vigilance. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, choose a Planeswalker type. Until end of turn, whenever you act an evade ability to Planeswalker of that type, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. If you don't know what that means, when it says type, you're basically choosing a Planeswalker's name, because that's how it works. So, you're choosing Guff, you're choosing Jace. So, if you have multiple copies of different versions of one particular individual out, you can actually get more than one, right? So if you had 2 Jaces out, you could choose Jace, and then you get to copy the abilities. But it's interesting. This is an interesting design. 3/3 flying vigilance, so it's going to be open on the defense to protect your Planeswalkers, but it's also going to let you get bonuses, right? Leori sounds like the name of a cat stripper. Give it time. Give it time, and we'll get that in a set, too. The artwork's awesome on this, though. The cat does look pretty sweet here, up on the peak of some high mountain. That's some dope artwork. All right, what do we got after that? Cartographer's Hawk, a white and 1 for a 2/1 flyer. When it deals combat damage to a player who controls more lands than you, return it to its owner's hand. If you do, may you search your library for a plains card, put it on the battlefield tap, then shuffle. I don't know how I feel about that. Having to bounce it back to your hand. We got Path to Exile. I've seen that in a ton of decks. Not really to say about that. Kazul, Tyrant of the Cliffs. 2 red and 3, 5/4. Whenever a creature an opponent control attacks, if you're the defending player, create a 3/3 red ogre creature, unless that creature's controller pays 3. I can see this being useful to protect your planeswalkers, right? So that seems like a reasonable include. And he's just cool flavor-wise, right? This ogre lord who just like, yo, they're coming, boys! And the ogres come out, yo, let's eat these bitches, bro. We got Arcane Signet, a mainstay. Oh, they put Felwar Stone in here. You don't actually see Felwar Stone in a lot of Planeswalker decks. This was originally in the dark. 2 mana for an artifact that taps for a mana of any color of a land your opponent controls could produce. But isn't it a rule in Commander where you can only produce your own colors of mana? So if I was playing against somebody who was playing green-black, and this deck is red-white-blue, I could only use this to basically generate... Like, I can choose a color, but it'll just turn into generic mana. Isn't that right? So if I chose green with this, it would actually not be a green mana, unless they've changed the rules, or I misunderstand the Commander rules. Because admittedly, I'm not as deep on Commander rule sets as I am on regular Magic. All right, then we got Sol Ring. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Sol Ring, but it's this card that costs 1 mana to put out, and it taps for 2 colorless. So this is actually the only Commander deck that you can get this in, which makes this a hugely sought-after card. This is the only artwork for Sol Ring, and the only deck it shows up in. So I'm glad to finally have a Sol Ring in my collection. Then we've got Command Tower. This is another one that is only in this deck. You can't get Command Towers in any other Commander deck. Oh, you can actually get any color with it and use it to play your opponent's spells. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Myriad Landscape. Reliquary Tower. I do like this land. Just a side effect of it is, well, not side effect, but, the effect of it, aside from making mana, is, hey, by the way, you have no maximum hand size, and you don't have to cast a spell to do that. So, pretty sweet. Hold on. Let me pop these into the deck box. We're gonna do that as we go along, because if the stack gets too tall, the cards will get blurry. We got Grateful Apparition, a white and 1 for a 1/1 flyer. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, proliferate. Proliferate obviously going to be great with planeswalkers because you can grow their loyalty. We've got Oresco's Explorer, white and 1 for a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for up to X plane cards, where X is the number of players who control more lands than you, and then put them into your hand. So this feels way better than that Hawk, We got Swords to Plowshares and Path to Exile in the same deck. All right. Here we go. Planeswalker action. We got the Wanderer. They call her the Wanderer because she's going around. 1 white and 3, 5 loyalty. Prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control. So you can't burn my planeswalkers. You got to hit them with creatures. -2. Exile target creature with power 4 or greater. Now, normally, you just put this out. You get to use it to smoke 2 creatures, and then it's just going to prevent damage to you. But since this deck has ways to slap counters on it, this is going to be a repeatable effect to get rid of big opponent's creatures. Not too shabby. Well, big creatures your opponents control. It doesn't just automatically target fat guys' cards. All right, we got Flux Channeler. He's going to channel the Flux right into your sack. A blue and 2, 2/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, proliferate. That's pretty solid. Grow your planeswalkers up. We got Fogbank, a blue and 1, 0/2 defending flyer. And it prevents all combat damage to be dealt to it and by it. So, a very dependable blocker. Narset, Parter of Veils. Parter of Cheeks, 2 blue and 1, 5 loyalty. Each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. That feels really strong in Commander. People draw a lot of cards. -2, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You can reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them, put it into your hand, the rest on the bottom in a rando order. So you can use this to dig for planeswalkers, or other answers. Thrumbird, a blue and 1/1 flyer. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, proliferate. Obviously, proliferate is fantastic in this. We got Saheeli, Sublime Artificer. 2 hybrid red, blue, and 1. 5 loyalty. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, make a 1/1 servo token. So you get your chump blockers. -2, target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature you control until end of turn, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. So, I don't know how good that's going to be in this deck because I haven't really seen the creatures, right? We got Wall of Denial. I remember when they made this originally. I'm like, this is bonkers. A blue, a white, and 1 for a 0/8 flying wall that has Shroud. So it just can't be targeted. Like, bro, what an obnoxious blocker. And what cool artwork. I really love the artwork on it. The blue of the wall itself stands out quite a bit. And the hands that are just reaching forward. It's such a wild piece of artwork. Then we got the white-blue signet, the black-white signet, an honor-worn Shaku. This is actually an incredible include in this, right? A 3-cast mana rock that taps for colorless, but tap an untapped legendary permanent you control, untap honor-worn Shaku. This turns every planeswalker into a mana elf, and it doesn't matter if your planeswalkers are tapped. Just like enchantments, it doesn't matter if your stuff is tapped. So this is a really good include. We got the red-blue signet. We got the red-white talisman. We got the blue-red talisman, the white-blue talisman, and Wayfarer's Bauble, which lets you sack to go get a basic land. That's all right. Let's move these over. Oh, that's right. You can make paddling jokes like it's The Simpsons. Casting spells, that's a paddling. Attacking my planeswalker, you better believe that's a paddling. All right, we got Forge of Heroes. What is this? Taps for a colorless, or tap, choose target commander that enters the battlefield this turn. Put a +1/+1 on it if it's a creature and a loyalty counter on it if it's a planeswalker. Weird. Very weird. So it only affects your commander, but you can just boost them for free, basically. Start with an extra loyalty. That doesn't seem too bad. Oh, they put Mangara. Mangara of Corondor. Oh, wait, no, sorry. This is Mangara the Diplomat. 1 white and 3, 2/4 lifelink. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you or a planeswalker you control, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. This guy is obnoxious. Man. That's ridiculous. Ferb. Oh, you know what? You're right. You could theoretically do other people's commanders. That does add a little bit of versatility. Good catch. Fisher's membership message says, thank you, sir. May I have another? All right. We got Gatewatch Beacon. 1 white and 2 artifact. Enters a battlefield with 3 loyalty counters on it. What? Taps to add a white. Whenever a planeswalker enters a battlefield under your control, if this has loyalty counters on it, you can move a loyalty counter from it onto that planeswalker. Oh, sweet. So you can proliferate the crap out of this and also shift them around. That's pretty sweet, man. That's pretty sweet. I wonder what this artwork was originally intended for. Obviously something on Zendikar. You got Gideon. You got, Nissa. You got Jace. Okay, then we got Onake Oathkeeper. A white and 1 0/4 Ogre Spirit. Creatures can't attack planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays 1 for each creature they control that's attacking a planeswalker you control. Oh, okay, so it's like a mini propaganda specifically tuned to planeswalkers. 2 white and 4, exile them from your graveyard. Return target planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's really solid. That feels great, actually. The artwork's funky, too. This guy can't do any damage. He's a 0/4. He looks like he could mess you up. Look at them big tusks, bro. Teo Geometric Tactician. Oh, what? They got another version of Teo? Is this one obsessed with toilets, too, like the first one? 1 white and 2, 3 loyalty. When he enters the battlefield, create a 0/4 white wall token with Defender and Flying. +1, you and target opponent each draw a card. Oh, boo! I hate giving my opponents resources. -2, choose left or right. Until your next turn, each player may attack only the nearest opponent in the last chosen direction, and Planeswalkers controlled by the opponent. Oh, this is obnoxious. That second ability is gross. I like that. I do like that. What up, DB? What's going on, Brent? Hello, JH. All right, then we got Spark Shaper Visionary. A blue and 2, 0/5 human wizard. Beginning combat on your turn, choose any number of target planeswalkers you control. Until end of turn, they become 3/3 blue bird creature with flying, hexproof, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, scry 1. Huh. Funky. So you can turn all your planeswalkers into birds. Weird. Weird. But doesn't seem too shabby. Vronos Masked Inquisitor. 2 blue and 3, 5 loyalty planeswalker. Who the hell is Vronos? +1, up to 2 other target planeswalkers you control phase out at the beginning of the next end step. Oh, trippy. So you can just remove them so they can't be attacked. That's cool. -2, for each opponent, return up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls to its owner's hand. Oh, you can bounce like 3 things. -7, target artifact you control becomes a 9/9 construct artifact creature and gains vigilance indestructible, and this creature can't be blocked. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Also, this guy looks pretty cool, man. I like him. I like him. That's funky, man. We got Chandra Legacy of Fire. A red and 4, 3 loyalty. Beginning your end step deals X damage to each opponent where X is the number of planeswalkers you control. Ew. +1, add 1 red for each planeswalker you control. 0, remove a loyalty counter from each of any number of permanents you control. Exile that many cards from the top of your library and you can play them this turn. Woo! Amazing. Amazing. Vronos, you see him at the beginning of Magic 2015 before Garruk axed him. Oh, he was in a video game. Oh, Duels of the Planeswalker. Okay. Cool. We got Guff Rewrites History. 1 red and 2. Instant. For each player, choose target non-enchantment, non-land permanent that player controls. Those permanents' owners shuffle them into the library. Each player who controlled one of those permanents exile cards from the top of the library to exile a non-land card, puts the rest on the bottom of their library. Each player may cast the non-land card they exiled without paying its mana cost. Oh, it's like a Chaos Warp kind of variant. All right. Interesting. We got Jaya's Phoenix, a red and 4, 3/3 flyer with haste. When it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, copy the next loyalty ability you activate this turn. Whenever you cast a planeswalker spell, you can return this from your graveyard to the battlefield. All right. Artwork's pretty awesome, actually. Look at that, man. You can see the Phoenix being summoned up as she stands atop a mountain. That is some truly epic artwork. A Johnny Steadfast. 1 white and 3, 4 loyalty. +1 until end of turn. Up to 1 target creature gets +1/+1 first strike, vigilance, and lifelink. -2, put a +1/+1 on each creature you control and a loyalty counter on each other planeswalker you control. Ew. -7, you get an emblem with, if a source would deal damage to you or planeswalker you control, prevent all but 1 of that damage. Derp. That's amazing. That's amazing. Deploy the Gatewatch. 2 white and 4 sorcery. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up to 2 planeswalkers cards from among them onto the battlefield. Ew. Gross. That's awesome. Oh, there's so many planeswalkers in here. This is great. Elspeth. 2 white and 4, 4 loyalty. +1, make 3 1/1 white soldiers. -3, destroy all creatures with power 4 or greater. -7, you get an emblem with creatures you control of +2/+2 and flying. Beef cakes. Then we got Gideon Jura. 2 white and 3, 6 loyalty. +2, during target opponent's next turn, creatures that player controls attack Gideon if able. -2, destroy target tapped creature. 0, until end of turn, Gideon becomes a 6/6 human soldier that's still a planeswalker. Prevent all damage that will be dealt to him this turn. I remember playing off of this guy, man. I remember playing against him and being really annoyed. Norin's Annex. 2 Phyrexian white and 3. Artifact. Creatures can't attack you or a planeswalker you control unless their controller pays a Phyrexian white for each of those creatures. So they have to either pay 1 white mana or 2 life per creature to attack. That is disgusting. I completely forgot this card existed. This is gross. Oath of Gideon. 1 white and 2. When it enters the battlefield, make 2 1/1 white core allies. Each planeswalker you control enters the battlefield with an extra loyalty counter on it. Yes, that's great. That's great. This deck is shaping up to be a lot of fun, man. I like the vibe of this one. Promise of Loyalty. 1 white and 4 sorcery. Each player puts a vow counter on a creature they control and sacks the rest. Each of those creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control for as long as it has a vow counter on it. What? What? Damn. Alright. Semester's End. 1 white and 3 instant. Exile any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of the next end step, return each of them battlefield under its owner's control. Each of them enters the battlefield with an extra +1/+1 on it if it's a creature, or an additional loyalty if it's a planeswalker. Alright. Oh, Urza's Ruinous Blast. Exile all non-land permanents that aren't legendary. Ew. Ew. It's a legendary sorcery, so you can only cast this if you have a legendary card out, but the deck's going to be loaded down with legendaries, the planeswalkers and stuff. That's gross and represents such an epic moment in Magic's history. So good. All right. Deep Glow Skate. A blue and 4 3/3 fish. When it enters the battlefield, double the number of each kind of counter on any number of target permanents. Whoa. That's disgusting with a ton of planeswalkers. We got Jace. Bolarim. 2 blue and 1, I should say. 3 loyalty. +2 each player draws a card. -1 target player draws a card. -10 target player mills 20. Milling 20 in Commander don't feel that effective. Doesn't feel like a big deal. Then we got Jace, Architect of Thought. It's good to have multiple copies of the same Planeswalker, so when you have that choose a type for the Planeswalker card we saw earlier, it'll actually matter. So this is Architect of Thought. 2 blue and 2, 4 loyalty. +1 until your next turn. Whenever a creature an opponent controls attacks, it gets -1 power to end a turn. -2. Reveal the top 3 of your library. Opponent separates them into 2 piles. You put 1 pile into your hand, the other on the bottom of your library. -8. For each player, search that player's library for a non-land card and exile it. Then that player shuffles, and you can cast those spells. Gross. You bribery a spell out of everybody's deck. That's disgusting. And we got another Jace. 2 blue and 1 gets you a Mirror Mage. 4 loyalty, kicker 2. When he enters the battlefield, if he was kicked, create a token that's a copy of him that's not legendary and has a starting loyalty of 1. +1, scry 2. 0, draw a card, reveal it. Remove a number of loyalty counters equal to that card's mana value from Jace Mirror Mage. Huh. A dicey game, indeed. Oath of Jace. 1 blue and 2. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3 and discard 2. Beginning your upkeep, scry X, where X is the number of planeswalkers you control. Huh. Obviously, that'll go well with the Mirror Mage's ability, right? Ooh, Spark Double. What a great choice for this. 1 blue and 3. You can have it enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature or planeswalker you control, except it enters with an additional +1/+1, and if it's a creature, it enters with an additional loyalty if it's a planeswalker, and it isn't legendary. So you can make a copy of any planeswalker in your deck, bro. That's awesome. Tara, am I going to make any upgrades to this? I'm going to try it straight out of the box to begin with, and then I will end up probably upgrading it, yeah. Blasphemous Act, a red and 8, 1 less for every creature on the battlefield, and it deals 13 damage to every creature. Bum, bum, bum. Chandra, Awakened Inferno. 2 red and 4, 6 loyalty, can't be countered. +2, each opponent gets an emblem with at the beginning of your upkeep, this emblem deals 1 damage to you. Oh, that's awesome. In Commander, you set them all on fire, bro. -3 deals 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. -X, X damage to target creature or planeswalker. If a permanent dealt damage this way would die, exile it instead. She incinerates it out of existence, bro. That's sweet. That's sweet. Seems like I need Displacer Kitten. Oh, from is that like a young Displacer Beast from one of the D&D sets? Chandra, Torch of Defiance. 2 red and 2, 4 loyalty. +1, exile a top card of your library. You can cast it. If you don't, she deals 2 damage to each opponent. +1, add 2 red. -3, deals 4 damage to target creature. -7, emblem. Whenever you cast a spell, this emblem deals 5 damage to any target. Yeah, man. All right. Repeated reverberation. 2 red and 2 instant. Whenever you next cast an instant or sorcery spell or activate a loyalty ability this turn, copy that spell or ability twice. Ew! I thought this was just like, I only ever think of this spell as an instant or sorcery doubler because I've never been in a scenario where I've used it to like triple off on a Planeswalker ability. That's dumb. That is dumb. Sarkin the Masterless. 2 red and 3, 5 loyalty. Whenever a creature attacks you or a Planeswalker you control, each dragon you control deals 1 damage to that creature. +1, until end of turn, each Planeswalker you control becomes a 4/4 red dragon and gains flying. Nice. -3, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. This is a good one. This is sweet, man. This is sweet. Ferb, yeah, I agree. This deck does seem coherent and fun out of the box, and I'm surprised. We got Nahiri, a white, a red, and 2, 4 loyalty, +2. You can discard a card. If you do, draw a card. -2, exile target enchantment, tapped artifact, or tapped creature. -8, search your library for an artifact or creature card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. It gains haste. Return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. Ugh. You gotta go ultimate for that? We got Narset of the Ancient Way. A white, a red, a blue, and 1 for a 4 loyalty. +1, gain 2 life, and add a red, a blue, or a white. Spend only to cast non-creatures. -2, draw a card. Then you can discard a card. When you discard a non-land card this way, Narset deals damage equal to that card's mana value to any target creature or planeswalker. -6, emblem. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this deals 2 damage to any target. Solid. Solid. Now we got Narset Enlightened Master. I get really uncomfortable when there's too much noise inside a tavern. So dumb. White, a red, a blue, and 3. 3/2 first strike hexproof. Whenever Narset attacks, exile the top 4 cards of your library. Until end of turn, you can cast non-creature spells from among without paying their casting costs. Yeah! Nice. All right, Oath of Teferi. A blue, a white, and 3. When it enters the battlefield, exile another target permanent you control. Return to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So you could use that to reset a Planeswalker. You may activate loyalty abilities of Planeswalkers you control twice each turn. Oh my god! That's insane. Okay. Chain Veil. Nice. 4 mana legendary artifact. Beginning your end step, if you didn't activate a loyalty ability of Planeswalker this turn, you lose 2 life. 4 and tap. For each Planeswalker you control, you may activate one of its loyalty abilities once this turn. Oh, it just let you activate again. What? Yes, boy. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, Nev's Disc. Nice, man. This has been in the game since the very beginning. 4 cost artifact, and its battlefield tapped. 1 and tap it, destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. Doesn't hit Planeswalkers, because Planeswalkers didn't exist when this was created. Very, very sweet to see it in here. Silent Arbiter. 4 mana, 1/5. No more than 1 creature can attack each combat. No more than 1 creature can block each combat. This guy is obnoxious. And the 5 toughness, I remember being just brick-walled by him a bunch. A bunch. That's cool. That is genuinely cool. All right. Now we go into the lands. We got Bluffs, Orchard. We got the red-blue Snarl. We got the white-red Snarl. We got Karn's Bastion, which lets you get colorless, but 4 and tap it, proliferate. Mobilized District. This is underwhelming. 4 mana, turns into a 3/3 citizen with vigilance. Costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature and planeswalker you control. The fact that you can do it for free doesn't make this exciting to me, you know? We got Mystic Gate, Port Town, Prairie Stream, Rugged Prairie, Sky Cloud Expanse, White-Blue Temple, Red-Blue Temple, White-Red Temple, Interplanar Beacon. Whenever you cast a planeswalker, you gain a life. That's solid. 1 and tap, 2 mana of different colors, only to cast planeswalkers. Has a good home in this deck, honestly. That's sweet. That's sweet. Okay, what do we got next? We got the Tri-Land for red, white, and blue. Then we got some islands. Bum, bum, bum. Lots of islands. Then we got mountains. Not as many mountains. And we got plains. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop these over here. Millmaster Disc Boomerang is gross. Uh-huh. While that's on the stack, poppity pop. All right. There's the hard Guff for people who like it hard and thick. And now we got the tokens. Here's the 0/4 Defender token made by Teo. And we've got the 1/1 Core Ally token. We got a 4/4 Dragon for Sarkin and another Core Ally. We got a Johnny's emblem and the 1/1 Wizard that Guff makes that helps you cast Planeswalkers. We got Chandra's Awaken Inferno's emblem and another one of them wizards. Chandra Torch of Defiance's emblem and another one of them wizards. Narset of the Ancient Ways emblem and another one of them wizards. Elspeth's Sun Champion emblem and a copy token. That's to go with the Jace Mirror Mage. We got 1/1 Soldier token for Elspeth, 1/1 Servo token for Saheeli, another Soldier, the Ogre token for Kazul, another Soldier token, and another Ogre token for Kazul. All right. Well, I gotta say, this deck seems pretty sweet. I like it. I'm glad we chose to go through this one today. This was a great choice. I've been enjoying the Commander Crackin series. I like these Commander decks. Commander, to me, still isn't better than one-on-one Magic. I prefer one-on-one Magic action, but Commander is definitely enjoyable. Oh, wait! I forgot. We got the sample booster. Let's see what we got inside our collector's sample. The Teferi lets you activate loyalty abilities on opponent's turn. Yep, that would be a good choice to add into this deck for sure. Okay, well, there's at least one foil in here because I can see it's totally already curved as hell. All right, we got a Training Center. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you have 2 or more opponents. Taps for a red or a blue. So it's just obviously meant for Commander action. And then we got a weird artwork foil, Path to Exile. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Let's just move. I thought I had some sleeves on my desk, I should say, but I guess I don't. So I'll just pop these guys up here for now. The Moon Gauntlet. Yeah, the Moon Gauntlet would also go quite well in that deck, for sure. For sure. So yeah, I mean, that could have been better, and it could have been worse. That was an all-right sample pack. I do like those little sample packs tucked in, because you get the I do like random boosters, right? I like it. Goddard, you like the Training Center? Well, sweet. I mean, it can literally get popped straight into the Commander deck if it's not already in there, because I didn't see it when we went through it, right? It's not part of the main deck. Jess, you like one-on-one Commander? I've never played it that way. I've only played multiplayer Commander, which is very dependent on who you play it with. 100%. 100%. What the hell? That's weird. So yeah, that was dope. It's been a while. I don't remember when was the last Commander Crackin? How long has it been? I can actually check that because I have them as videos. So videos and streams. Let's see here. It looks like February 24th. So it's been a couple of weeks. It's been a few weeks. All right. Kevin, you like redundancy, so you don't like that about Commander? I like the singleton nature of Commander, honestly. I enjoy a large amount of variety. It adds to the game for me. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's one of the biggest draws of Commander, is the whole singleton nature of it. You get to see a lot more different cards going down, right? It's one of the reasons I love Cube as well, is the sheer variety of things you have to deal with. That was a sweet deck. I enjoyed going through that one. It's gonna get put with my. I made a space up on my shelf now for all my Commander decks up there. I was originally putting them in this box, but there's no more space in this box for them. You know, there tain't no more space in this box when I started to put them in there, and I went, I already have too many Commander decks. I went from like, I don't play Commander into I'm playing Commander and I want all the Commander decks. I'm looking forward to the ones that are on their way to me in the mail. And now I'm going to punch out these. I've been saving up the little punch out counters that come out of these things in these envelopes. I don't know if I'm actually ever going to use them over dice, but just in case. Sneeze, you think that Standard is boring? Everyone playing the same decks with 4 copies of most cards? That is one of the biggest issues with Standard. The homogenized nature of it, where if you're playing a deck with like, what is it, 24 lands in it and 36 non-land cards, you could theoretically be playing 4 copies of 9 different cards. So if you and your opponent both bring 4 copies of 9 different cards, you're playing Magic with 18 different non-land cards, which really does start to feel stilted pretty quickly. Well, this one's bigger than usual. What are you even supposed to do with these? You know? This is supposed to be a divider or something? I never 100% understood what the hell the point was, some of the things that Wizards included. Jess, back in the day, you liked to play with more life so the games lasted longer? That's understandable. Princess, if you don't have a Commander deck for every possible Commander and combination of legal partner Commanders, do you have enough decks yet? Oh no, my lust for Commander decks has not been sated yet. I want all of them. All of them. Like, I want every Commander deck. I want the ones that are coming for Final Fantasy. I want the Tarkir ones. I want all the Commander stuff. I think it's to divide tokens from the deck. Oh. That's a pretty good theory, actually. It fits nicely in the deck box. Good thinking, Ferb. Too bad I already bent in half, right? I have all my tokens in one. I have all my tokens in one box altogether. And they're starting to pile up. Each commander deck coming with 10 tokens is great. I love that they include all the emblems and everything, because the emblems aren't easy to come by. Wizards made them rare in boosters, you know? Otto, coming from someone with 58 commander decks, I'm messing with powerful forces. How many commander decks do I have? Let me think here. Let me check. How many do I got up here? 1 second. I gotta pop some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, wait, are there 2 layers here? Damn, there are. How many do I have? What the hell? How many commander decks do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This one right here makes 15. You know what? Now that I'm standing up here and messing with these, I may as well pop Guff up on to the shelf here. Wait, what did I say again? I've already lost track. 6 plus another 6 here. That's 12. You make 13, 14, 15. And then I still have 4 unopened over there. So I have 19. I have 19 commander decks with more on the way. Terror, who is your daddy and what does he do? What is Cube? Cube's my favorite way to play Magic. I actually have a video on this channel of how I built my cube. So if you wanna build your own cube like I do. That's right, Otto. I'm already in there. I'm already in there. JH, my cube ain't a draft cube, bro. You can draft with them, but that's a big hassle. Trying to get people together for draft, putting them into draft packs. I don't even care, man. My cube is ready to go for one-on-one slap downs at any time. Pop, 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 pop. Larry, even though you ordered and paid for your Final Fantasy stuff, you have to pay more? Yeah, well, the prices are going up, right? The prices are going up. And will I be able to play all my Commander decks at least once at the LGS before the year ends? That's a good question. I don't actually know. I don't know. JH Draft Cube is fine. I'm not knocking it. You can have a lot of fun with it, but it's a lot more involved. So I just have my cube ready to go at all times for some goodness. It's around here somewhere. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. Yeah, I remember when Portal came out, and that was the beginner set that none of us wanted anything to do with, because it was just like, who wants baby Magic? Who wants the Final Fantasy Mystic Quest of Magic the Gathering? Not me. Not me. Strix, I don't play Pauper. Gene, you're excited about horsemanship? I have, what's his name? Sun Wu or whatever. The guy who gives all your dudes horsemanship. That is hilarious. It's like, by the way, all my guys are unblockable now. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Horsemanship is a hilarious version of flying. Where did I put all my thick boy commander cards? I had all my commander stuff in this box, but I moved all the decks up there, and now there's just random rares and stuff in this box. Plenty of space in here now, though. You guys know how it is. You end up with Magic cards everywhere. Everywhere. Jordan, you might send me some commander decks? Well, I might like that. Yeah, Magoro, I don't know, you gotta go check out independent card sellers instead of going on like something like TCG Player. Check out different like online websites that people have selling their cards. Or maybe eBay or whatever else. I don't know. But I mean, if it's $12, are they really jank cards? Because shouldn't jank cards be like 15 cents each or something like that? So, are you trying to buy actual useful commons and uncommons, and that's why they cost more? What up, Psylord? How's it going, buddy? Larry, yeah, the lights are on. That's good. Being able to pay your bills is good. Being able to, have enough money for food and utilities and stuff, it feels nice. I'm glad that I don't have to make choices between that now, and I can afford all the basic elements of normal living. Feels good. Brent, shadow plus flying plus horsemanship plus menace plus fear and intimidate. Technically blockable, but you're not going to pull it off. That's a lot of work rather than just making a creature unblockable, Zircon, the Knight deck from March of the Machine, has one that gives all Knights horsemanship. You love pulling that off? I hadn't heard about that. That's fun. Yamaguro, you're getting nailed in the shipping. Yeah, then I would say go to just a random retailer that has all the commons and stuff available, buy them all in one wad, and then you're only paying one shipping charge. You're trying to buy from 5 different people, and you got to pay them all shipping, then yeah, you're going to get hosed. You're definitely going to get hosed. Rodney, you got Portal to get their versions of Master Decoys and Royal Assassins. Bro, I remember when Royal Assassin was a big deal. Like a big deal. Spurl, you're moving and you never realized how many loose cards you had until you started boxing them. Carly used to specifically go to her way to tell me, look, I just cleaned up this area. I just cleaned off the coffee table or whatever. And I don't want you to cover it in magic cards. Because if she doesn't tell me that, right? Every surface would be covered in stacks and stacks of magic cards. And then one of us would bump into them and the cards would go everywhere. So she just was like, listen, I cleaned this table up because I want to do a puzzle on it. Don't cover it in magic cards. Because they just get everywhere. Everywhere. I've got stacks of cards in a bunch of different places here. Boxes in front of me, boxes down there. There's a box. There's a box of stuff. Magic cards all in the closet. They're everywhere. But there's still never enough. Never enough. Gene, when you started, when someone got Royal Assassin out, the game was over. It's amazing how much it shut down the game. Jordan, do I have an address posted? Yes. My P.O. box is listed in the description of all of my videos and all of my live streams. And that's where you can send things like commander decks or fun letters or whatever, you know? Brian, you finally got your new space for your trading card library set up? That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. Psylord, nope, I don't have any suggestions for a Bria deck. Larry, yeah, man, having the cards get knocked over sucks, bro. Brent, yep, it's satisfying. It's satisfying once you start to bring organization to your collection. Once you tame the chaos. I'm happy that my stuff is somewhat organized. It ends up getting mucked about, right? What are you going to do? Rodney, well, take out Sarah Angel. Take out Sarah Avatar, replace it with Jumbo Cactuar, and go right back to your flinging ways. Yeah, Royal Assassin ain't nothing now. By today's standards, Royal Assassin is pure garbage. What up, Thompson? How you doing, buddy? Joe Neal, even if Amazon locks the price in, that doesn't mean that you won't get charged customs when the stuff comes in. So it'll come through Amazon, but then they can just be like, oh yeah, if it's coming across the border, you're still gonna get hit with that. If it's in the same country, then you don't have to worry about that. Uber, it's just way too easy to take out the Royal Assassin and play around it. It barely does anything nowadays. Lasagna, when playing Magic, do I prefer unexpected or expected gameplay? Well, that depends on what the hell you mean. If you mean unexpected gameplay, you start trying to like slap cards on your forehead and you're just like, attack for 2? I'm coming at you. No, I don't like unexpected gameplay. If you mean, do I like seeing unique experience plays and stuff like that and not just seeing the same thing over and over and over and over where it's like, I know everything into your deck and everything that's going to happen and it's all, I like more variety. I like more variety. Uber, it's true for any creature? Not really. Not really. You compare the stuff they make nowadays that has all kinds of, oh, ward, pay 15 life and throw away your hand. Like, they make such busted stuff now. The Royal Assassin's been super outclassed and is fucking jank by today's standards. Just jank. Which sucks, but that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Because they make cards now insane. Hi, I put out this creature and it draws 2 cards that can attack right away, and when it hits you, it brings something back from my graveyard. And when you target it, I draw 2 cards and you sack a creature. So it's not the same as I put out a 1/1. You can't do anything right away, but if you have a tapped creature next turn, I'm going to get you. And it's like, Oh, I'll play Grody the Goat Banger. What's he do? Oh, he's 2 mana. He's 4/3. When he comes into play, do 1 damage to each of your opponent's creatures. Any creature that goes to the graveyard that way is exiled. Draw a card for each of those creatures. Oh, look, your Royal Assassin's dead, and I draw a card. Like, that's it. That's it. Thompson, you finished book 1 of the Deathgate cycle? Nice. I am currently reading Malazan books. What Magic set do I believe was the start of the downfall of Magic? I mean, once they started prioritizing properties outside of Magic. So when we lost Throne of Eldraine 2 to become Ikoria so they could do a Godzilla crossover, I would trace it back to then. You've got the beginning of Fire Design, where they're just like, who cares about standard or any balance or anything? And also, every set has to have tie-ins. That's around when things really started to go downhill, man. Every day back in my day, we twiddled our bone flutes and liked it. So yeah, I would say that's when Magic the Gathering stopped trying to be Magic and started trying to become everything else. Chris Cox becoming CEO of Hasbro was the start. Actually, I think him becoming in charge of Wizards of the Coast is closer to the start. You know, he was the one in charge when all the stuff I'm talking about came into effect, and then he became the Hasbro CEO, the CEO, I should say, of Hasbro, which accelerated the process. Do I ever think proxy card makers might start producing higher quality cards than Wizards? Oh, they already are. I literally have some right here. I literally have some right here in this box that are straight up better than what Wizards produces. 100%. Higher quality, flatter, no fucking banged up edges. Look at this. The card I just opened from the Commander deck, pringled as hell, right? Pringled as all fuck, bro. So, I mean, they can even do the raised foils that look better. Like these are like straight up better than what Wizards produces. That's the reality. So we're already living in that universe. It's already been accomplished. Is there any reason why we shouldn't proxy everything? None that I can think of, honestly. If that's the route you want to go. I like having real Magic cards still, but I went from being rabidly anti-proxy for myself. I've never been anti-proxy for other people. If they want to use proxies, cool. I just want to play Magic, and you just want to have access to the cards. I'm fine with that. So I was never anti other people having proxies, but I hated having proxies myself back before. Basically, Magic 30 helped usher me into, oh no, Wizards has totally said proxies are fine. So now I'm on board with the proxies. So go ahead. Where's the best place? I don't know the absolute best place automatically to get proxies, but I know where these came from, and they came from the proxy maker that's sponsoring my channel, which is Tolarian Library. So if you go to not the most recent video that I put out, if you go to the video that I put out before the last video, so basically the one that's called Strange Final Fantasy MTG Leak plus massive increase in MTG prices, that will have a link that will take you to that proxy maker, and you can use my code, my bones hurt, and get 20% off. So they make amazing looking proxies, like really good proxies. They're black cores, which is why they lay flat and whatever. So they use better cores than Wizards of the Coast does. They're very good. They're very good. Rizzle, I posted a picture of old Ontario downtown covered in snow. That's not old. That's recent. That picture came from a couple months ago. And that is St. Catharines. That's where I live. And that's outside the game store that I go to. So that's right down, like, that's downtown. Oh, that's what happened. Like, why is it on top chat instead of everything? Lasagna, it's not ad time. They're not paying me anything for this. The sponsorship is literally just like 2 videos a month. That's what we've been doing. 2 videos a month. I put the proxy ad in there. But when people ask me specifically, and I'm talking about the proxies, obviously I'm going to mention it as well. You know, anybody wants to use it, they're doing a good job with the proxies, so they get bonus advertising that I have not in any way been paid for, right? Jordan, proxying a deck before you buy it is a very reasonable way to do things. Wizards of the Coast has made the game very pricey, so getting yourself playtest versions, as long as you're not using them in sanctioned tournaments, you're all good, right? You're all good. Rizzle, you just meant the downtown looked like old Ontario. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. No problem. No need to apologize. Every day you got some of the library proxies and they're great quality. You haven't even curled yet. No, they're solid. They haven't, mine haven't warped in the slightest. Meanwhile, the foils that I got, the foil that we just got in that collector pack, right? Look at that. You can see the bend. Wizards of the Coast could improve card quality, but they just won't, because that would cost them a couple extra cents, and they'd rather you get a worse deal and they get more money, unfortunately. Jess, you're contemplating selling your cards after you proxy the decks but make them all better? I'm surprised that you don't. You know, anybody who is, like, not fucking rich, I'm surprised that they don't. Why have all the stuff? You know what I mean? I imagine that if I wasn't doing all the stuff that I do with Magic the Gathering, that I would have way fewer Magic products altogether. And just go probably predominantly proxies, maybe entirely proxies at this point. Because Magic 30, I mean, this right here was a massive slap in the face to all of us, right? What would I do if loot was in every set? You think I'm not always ready for loot, bro? I was ready for your super chat. Huh? What are the odds of that? You're gonna super chat about loot as I'm holding them. You know what I'm saving this one for? I know when Wizards does that partner event where you guys are gonna want me to play a double loot commander deck. So we'll do one of those goal streams, and the Lord of the Board from that stream will be placed on this loot card in the Box of Glory. So Terror Super Chat says, what will you do if loot is in every set? Also, I was not a fan of proxies, but now I am. I mean, loot can't be in every set because of Universe Beyond. Universe Beyond will protect me from endless loot. Obviously, the more loot they put out, the more I'm going to rant, big boy. That's what's going to happen, right? Because loot is the worst. Loot is garbage, bro. And Terror, you are the new Lord of the Board. Thanks for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it. Will we ever get a Simpsons set? It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. Is loot in the new Tarkir set? It remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. I'm expecting they're going to do some dumb shit like Tygom's actually Jace, and then there'll be an offhanded reference to loot. That's what I'm guessing. B1, you're glad to see at least one Magic content creator is brave enough to promote proxies? People ask me where to get proxies, and here we go. Like, If they were blue core or purple core, I wouldn't touch them with a fucking 10-foot pole because that turns them into counterfeits. Everybody has different levels that they're comfortable with proxies. And I'm like, yo, if I'm going to proxy, why not use high quality ones? And I've had people come to me and share concerns that they have. And I'm like, yo, these are black core proxies, so they're not counterfeits. And people go, well, what if people buy them and try and sell them as counterfeits? They're just going to go and buy the blue or purple core ones that are actual counterfeits and do their scummery with that. So I told this fucking company, I was like, yo, I need to see your proxies first. And they sent them out. And the first thing I did was tear one, like rip into one, right? After being assured, yo, these aren't blue, purple core or whatever, I ripped into it and went, okay, these are black core. When I was actually at the game store on Friday night, I was explaining to multiple people the different cores. Blue Cat, somebody who comes to the stream sometimes, was unaware of the difference. So I pulled out my phone, and you can shine the light through the cards, right? And you can see the difference between a blue core, a purple core, and then a black core. So for me, I'm cool with these. Some people aren't comfortable with proxies on this level, and that's fine. That's their choice. But I ain't listening to anybody who's like, you got to stop with these. No, I don't. People want proxies. And these are totally reasonable proxies in my eyes. They become counterfeits when they try and emulate everything to make them indistinguishable from a Magic card. Having something that front and back looks pretty much like a Magic card, not an issue for me. But if somebody has an issue with that, that's fine. Don't get them. Write fake on the back of them. You know what I mean? So for me, so that Carly will never have any problems, I automatically write fake on the back of all of my proxies. I didn't do that at first. I literally was just like, whatever, who cares? But then, you know, I'm older, so who knows? I could just fucking keel over at any point. And I don't want Carly to run into any problems with anything. And Magic has gotten so ridiculous that proxies that I never thought that I would need to write fake on the back of, like the one with Ice Cube and Chris Tucker that I have, and the one with Brad Pitt smoking a cigarette, I'm like, she's not going to be able to tell the difference because Magic's turned into goof fest dumb shit. So it could be anything. So I've just written fake on the back of every single one. Bam, 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 bam. The ones that don't have different backs. Because I have a variety of different backs on my proxies. Clark, what's wrong with using a Sharpie on a mountain? Who said there's anything wrong with that? You're totally allowed to do that. If your question is, why don't you use a Sharpie markered mountain? Because I don't want to. Because I want to have something that looks nicer. Why the fuck would I use that garbage? Why would I use that when I can have something nice? Right? I like the look of Magic cards. I enjoy it. And also, you can visually distinguish the card from further away instead of, what's that mountain? Okay, what's that mountain? Okay, what's that mountain? I'm going to go through your graveyard and look at 10 different mountains. You know? The different details of Magic cards are all there, right? The illustrations. I mean, if you go all crazy and get all kinds of weirdo versions, then maybe that's not going to work as well. But if the version in the cube stays the same, we're going to be used to that as the experience anyways. So yeah. JH's super chat says, what do you think the most ridiculous Universe Beyond Standard set we'll see in the next 5 years is? Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Breaking Bad? Caillou? I think it's going to be something weird like some random musician, Megan Thee Stallion or something like that, you know? Something you can't even anticipate, buddy. Yeah, I mean, they've just gone all over the place with it. So I don't 100% know, but thanks for the super chat, brother. So anything's possible. Anything's possible. Are there any potential Universe Beyond sets I'd be interested? Legend of Zelda. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dragonlance? That would be dope. Lasagna says, please don't joke about Megan the Stallion because you were right about driving Gandalfs. That's true. Gandalf driving tanks was the most absurd thing I could think of to talk about the problems with Kaladesh. Little did I know that Magic would make that into a prophecy. A lot of things that I've said have come to pass. And that was not what I was expecting. I remember making videos like, the next 3 years of Magic are going to be a nightmare. And people would come in, shut up, you're yelling at clouds, go away, doomer, quiet, boomer. And then 3 years later, all of a sudden out of nowhere, that video starts getting recommended to people and the tone's completely changed. Holy shit, dude, you predicted like everything that was going to happen. You were so right. You knew what was up. And it's like, yeah, I'm applying logic and paying attention to what's going on. Writing's on the wall. I can figure that shit out. Like, a lot of my predictions have turned out to be 100% correct. I didn't want them to be, but I knew they were going to be. You know? There was no 9-9... Oh, wait. It didn't create a 9-9 token, did it? Never mind. Never mind. Nice, you're all for proxies. Your Elish Norn deck was 100% proxy, and little by little you filled it in with the cards you wanted. See, there's lots of different ways to go with proxies. If you want to use them as placeholders, absolutely acceptable. If you want to only have proxies and just use those, absolutely acceptable, as far as I'm concerned. You can do whatever you want. Magic the Gathering is a fucking game. And a bunch of people have been turned into the whole mentality that Wizards of the Coast fostered about, oh, the financialization, and you can crack money, gamble on the packs. Look at this. Like, new people would tell me, check it out. I opened this up. And they'd show me something. Check out this Niv Mizzet that I opened. It's a special version worth $20 or whatever. Like, they would mention the price tags every single time. And Wizards of the Coast turned it into that sort of a thing. People follow where they lead, essentially, right? And so they turned it into this whole, like, Magic's worth money. I spent $200, but I got $300. No, you got cardboard game pieces. And unless you can sell them for the full $300, you're still out $200, right? If you can sell them for half what they're worth, you're down $50. So you got to bear in mind that you don't open a $200 box and go, I'm ahead, I got $300 worth of cards, only if you were buying singles at pre-release prices. You know what I mean? But people think that way. It's a very natural pattern that people fall into. A Jedi Spartan Super Chat says, have you read any Brandon Sanderson? You recommend Mistborn. You know what? The Mistborn stuff is good. Yes, I have read Brandon Sanderson stuff. After he took over finishing up the Wheel of Time, I became aware of his stuff. And actually, my buddy, the inventor of Double Strike, who I'm supposed to go on the trip next week with, he met Sanderson and played in a Magic event where Sanderson said, yo, I'm going to put, like, whoever wins this event, I'm going to put them in one of my books. And he really wanted to win the prize, and he didn't. And he expressed that disappointment to Sanderson, and Sanderson was like, yo, like, what name do you want to use? And put him in a story. So there's a character named Jagger who's named after my buddy, the inventor of Double Strike, in one of Sanderson's books. How sweet is that? Thanks for the super chat. You're the new lord of the board. Sneeze Guardable coming in with the 5 squigglies. Thanks, brother. I don't know if those are pounds or euros, but you're about to pound it. I got there. I did it. Thanks, Sneezer McWeezer. Clark, you don't care about proxies. The mountain comment was just being facetious. It's all good. It's fine for people to use whatever kind of proxies they want, man. Brent's like, psh, next you'll tell us we're allowed to actually have fun playing this game instead of being soulless net deck tournament grinders who play toxic decks and win at all costs. People want different experiences. So I know what I want to be doing. I know what I want to be getting out of the game. And, I'm glad to finally be okay with proxies. It took a while. Magic 30 came along, and I went out and bought a printer and like started printing out my own paper proxies. But they looked like crap, and I didn't like them. I was like, I don't like these proxies. I don't want them. So now, through basically multiple deals with proxy manufacturers, I covered proxies from another company over on my other channel like a year ago. And they're like, we'll give you a bunch of proxies. And I was just like, I don't actually care about the proxies. I just want to see what your proxies are like at the time. And then when I finally became gung-ho about proxies, I went, wait a minute. These guys owe me hundreds of proxies. They gave me a code for that. Time to go cash it in. You know what I mean? So I scored up a bunch of proxies that way. And those proxies are okay. But Talarian Library's proxies are way better. So every time they send me a shipment of stuff to show in my videos, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I can't wait to put this into some of these into my cube, you know? Lasagna, see, you say that. You'll never buy another Magic product if Megan Thee Stallion becomes a Magic card. But if you find out that every 1 in 10 comes with a token of her titties, are you really going to say no to black jugs for good tugs, bro? I don't think you will. Under Wizards' new initiative, Black Jugs for Good Tugs, 1 out of every 10 secret layers will come with a premium unblurred nipple version of Megan's tits. Oh. Drunko, you hand draw your own cards, but you'll still buy boosters, perfect fits, and accessories from your LGS. None of it's their fault. True, I support my LGS as well, bro. Jordan, yeah, man, Magic 30 was a trust ruiner. 100%. 100%. Lasagna, the prophecy will occur. You heard it here first. Better than frog jugs. Agreed. Fisher black jugs for good tugs sounds like a damn good thing to support. Spurl, you don't understand why a proxy looks so nice and Magic cards look like Pringles. More care is put into making the proxies. That's the reality of it. They use better cores. They cut them better. They take better... Like, the ones that I'm talking about from Talarian, they print their own sheets and cut those sheets. So they're putting in a lot more work to make their proxies than other manufacturers that I've seen cards from. So they're also more expensive, right? If you want cheap and easy, you can go elsewhere. If you want fucking solid and dependable, you know where to go, you know? So yeah, it's more effort. There's more effort being put into making these proxies. That's the sad reality. Clark, yeah, exactly. We were talking about how low the bar is for Magic earlier. 100%. 100%. And the card quality is terrible. Strix, they're not blue core. Blue cores, I have a problem with blue cores and purple cores because that's when you're straight up making counterfeit Magic cards. As soon as you're emulating every aspect of a Magic card, you are not making proxies anymore, right? You have moved into the realm of this is essentially a rip-off of a real Magic card. That's where the cores are where I draw the line. That's my personal point of comfort. So there could theoretically be people out there who want the blue cores and aren't going to use them for underhanded purposes, like trying to pass them off in actual tournaments or sell them to people as real cards. But I am not comfortable in any way with anything that emulates the real cores of Magic the Gathering. And the good news is black cores are higher quality. So they end up being a proxy in my eyes and are higher quality, which makes it a full win. A full win. But that is a point of contention. There are people who have been genuinely pissy about me being sponsored by these proxy people. The good news is most of those people were miserable already. And I'm like, I recognize you. You bitch about everything. So who cares if you bitch about this? What are you going to do? Stop watching and then I don't have to see your shitbag comments anymore? Because you're not actively coming at me. And when people don't actively come at me, I leave them to their own devices. Okay, whatever, right? But it's like, I'm not going to miss you if you go. I can't believe that you're doing this. This is scummy. I ain't doing shit, motherfucker. All I'm doing is telling people who want to know where to get proxies, how to get good proxies. And if you don't like it, I don't give a shit, because I've never cared about your opinion in the first place. I care about my opinion and what I think is acceptable. And this to me is acceptable. So you don't have to like it, but I sure as fuck ain't changing it. I don't give a fuck. I'm disappointed in you. Who are you, my dad? Have I ever contacted you once and asked you what you fucking think of me? Or are you some random dipshit I've never connected with who bitches on half the fucking videos I put out? You know? Clark, people are like that, bro. I've had people get pissy at me over the silver coins. Everything. There's like, I am justified in acting up over this. And it's like, fuck off. I'm not listening to you anyways. Go ahead and be a baby about it. Knock yourself out. I don't give a shit. What up, Finn? How you been, bro? Nice to see ya. Feels good in your hand and looks right? Yep. Absolutely. Oh, sneeze, bro. We don't talk about politics here, man. This is a mega fucking chill zone. Politics is not part of the mix. So you can fucking toss that over in the fucking rubbish pile, bro. There's a million places to vibe on that particular trip, but we don't do that here. It tends to make things murky and fucking ugly, and I find it boring. Mostly, I just find it boring. So if I'm ever in the mood for it, I'll make it loud and clear for you guys. I'll put it in the title and everything. We're going political crazy. Every once in a while, it might get touched on a little, but it's totally just off to the side, you know? I like to keep things chill. There's not much that I avoid talking about in this stuff, but it's mostly because people can't control themselves. It's not because I get so worked up about it. It's because people get so fractious in the chat, and I don't do the kind of streams where I ignore you guys and just like talk at you and present shit. I'm actively reading and engaging with you guys, and when shit breaks down into childish fighting and shit, I'm like, look, I'm not running a fucking daycare, and I'm not spending my time reading your shitty little fights. So it just turns into, get it on up out of here. Find something else to get outraged about. That's all those bozos do. 100%. 100%. Like, you can predict it with a fair level of accuracy. And it's hilarious to me when I'm disappointed in you. Oh, you seem to be mistaken. You thought I was looking for your fucking approval at any point? No, that's fine. You can be disappointed. You're welcome to feel however you want. I almost want to type and tell you, yo, I don't give a shit, just so you know. But I just leave it. That's fine. If you want to feel like you told me so, cool, bro. Live your life. Live your life. Finn, you should find me a little George Foreman so I can cook bacon in the middle of the night streams. That'd be amazing. Just a little, just like, I actually really like that idea. That's fun. Yeah, I could get down with that. Now I'm thinking about bacon. B1, yep, that's it. People can't discuss that stuff without getting angry because it means too much to them. And I understand it. Underneath, the reason people want to talk about politics is because this stuff that informs your existence in some ways. It affects how you live. But at the end of the day, no useful discussion is ever going to be had here. Useful discussions happen in person, and even then, not a lot of the time. So it's all just empty, angry craziness, and I just don't care, you know? The song says, I hate when President Bacon and Prime Minister Bacon are fighting about bacon. There's enough bacon references in there that I'll let that slide. I already have a Ninja. I have a Ninja air fryer. That's what we use for cooking our foods. Sperl, am I going to stream when I'm in the US? I want to. I don't know how things are going to go 100%. Because I still have to sort out. Like, I don't know if it's better to try and get a phone plan here, or if I can just go across the border, go to a cell phone provider, a cell service provider in the States, because I can just use my Google phone, right? Like, it's not like a Pixel phone from Canada is any different than a Pixel phone from America. So I could just walk into a place, get a SIM card, and service for like a month, and then just be like, okay, I can stream now, you know? So I don't know 100% because there's providers that say, oh, we cover Canada and the US, but what's your coverage like in the US is the question. Millmaster Politics gives more of a dopamine hit than Magic Drama. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. What up, Sam, Sarah? And it's not new to me, bro. I've been in here for fucking 4 years. I mean, I guess why you'd think that is because there's nothing up on the fucking walls. So yeah, I'm not sure how to approach the whole phone service thing. And I haven't gotten everything 100% sorted out for the trip yet. So I'm just kind of leaving it. My ideal is to stream, but it may turn out that I don't, in which case the streams will go dark for like a week and a half or whatever, you know? Devo, you have Kudo US and Canada talk, text, data, no extra charge. Yeah, but have you gone to the States and do you have actual genuine, like, proper coverage there? See, they can say whatever legally and go, we have this, but what's your coverage like in different parts of the country? Am I going to pay for it? And then just end up with, well, they could legally tell me that, but I couldn't get shit all for service, you know? Shiba, you hope I'm able to stream. The streams are an awesome late night. Yeah, like I'm glad you're excited for them. I really like streaming. It's my favorite thing to do. That's why you see me streaming every fucking day, right? And by the way, I appreciate that you guys all fucking support me and have memberships and do all the super chats and everything because that's what makes this all work. Genuinely. If I had to rely on advertising revenue, I'd be fucked, right? Like my fantasy geographic videos that make like $3. It's like, damn it, man. Finn Mint Mobile? Oh, is that the Ryan Reynolds one? What's the triangle behind me? Oh, that's the Nicol Bolas stand-up from the old Amonkhet Hour of Devastation days. Devo, what I'm asking you is, have you gone with your service to different states in the U.S.? That's what I like. Have you physically done that? Or are you just saying, this is what they say? Because companies can say anything, right? So unless you've actually done it. I only need it to work properly in the city. Like, when we're in South Carolina. It doesn't matter if it's not working great when we're driving around because I'm not going to be fucking streaming while we're on the road or anything like that, you know? Devo, you go to the US usually twice a year. Okay, and it works for you. All right, so then you have like actually experienced it. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, in like in a week, I'm gonna be in South Carolina for the Shattering, which is the launch event of Wonders of the Firsts card game. So they've invited me to come down and be a part of it. I have accepted that invitation, and I'm looking forwards to it. There's still a few more details that need to. There's a few more things that need to be finalized. Just not in terms of me going. I'm going unless some crazy shit happens. I'm going, right? And multiple people have already expressed that they're going to be there. So, barring some crazy misfortune, like they're just, sorry, you're not allowed to come into the States because you're too fucking handsome and you'll just be mobbed by too many people. And I'm like, guys, I'm too good looking to get in, right? You know? Other than that, I can't really think of anything. Yeah. I didn't even have to say it. And he's like, hotel Wi-Fi. And Clark's like, never link up to hotel Wi-Fi. Clark gets it. You're begging to have your fucking shit stolen and fucked with. There's no way. I'm not connecting up to any random Wi-Fi networks. Either I have cell phone service that I can stream from, or I don't. And that's it. There is no... I never connect my phone to any Wi-Fi network that's not like directly owned by somebody I know very well. Like my place, Wi-Fi, absolutely. The game store, Wi-Fi, absolutely. Because that one it's limited to like the store employees and me basically, and like a handful of other people. There's no sketchiness to worry about there. I don't connect to any networks, bro. Any of them. Jordan Holland with the Pump It pair. Thanks for the super sticker, bro. What? Jedi, you don't know about other services, but you traveled to 15 different states and Verizon's the only service that worked everywhere. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. Thompson with the little smiley wolf sticker. Thanks, bro. Finn, I don't want a temporary phone while I'm in the States. No. I want a phone that's... This phone is capable of doing all my streaming and everything on it. So I just want cell phone service on this. So I just want to get a SIM card or use an eSIM or whatever and get service for 1 month that includes ability to use the States phone services. So I don't know if it's better to get a plan in Canada that says it covers the States or just go across the border and get service for a month, you know? Lasagnas is not allowed in America because your dong is considered a weapon of mass destruction. That's funny. And true. Clark, you gotta be safe. You gotta be safe, bro. Like, I will hook hotel Wi-Fi up to my tablet. My tablet is, I can connect that to anything because there's literally no personal information on it. None. And there never has been. I use that specifically when I get sent emails that I think are questionable. It's like, is this a legit email? Is this somebody trying to scam me? And I just send it over to my tablet. And then I go, I can check it here. I can check it here safely with no problems. And that's what I've done. And it's a little fucking safe sandbox where it doesn't matter. So I can go to any website on it. It doesn't matter. Gain access to the tablet. Technically, the only thing you can get access to is an email account that I created for the Facebook account on that tablet. And that Facebook account is used to answer requests from Carly to cook in the animal restaurant. So all you're going to find is a link, an email from generated from a Facebook profile that's for fucking J Dong Blaster or whatever name. I don't even remember what the hell the name was. It could be Gary Dickfinger, whatever it is. Just made some name up, created a Facebook profile for it, created a brand new fucking Gmail account, and that's all you can get on there. It doesn't give you access to anything or anyone because I don't use it for anything. So there's literally nothing that can be stolen from me. Nothing. Nothing. All right, my friends, it has been fun hanging out with you. Thanks for being here. It's time for me to get on up out of here. So watch out for the Chainsaw Man, and I'll catch up with you guys again tomorrow.